Peters, James Sanders, and no Tommy Pearson, but today's we've got a good show. Tommy Pearson's off today, so hopefully we'll see him next weekend, next week. So we've got a good show for you. Our upcoming guest here coming up here soon will be Colin Peters. He's from, I believe, he's from New York, but we're in the Connecticut area. No, I'm sorry, St. Lawrence area. But like I said, we've got a good show. We'll keep trying to, we'll keep it short and sweet a little bit, and so it don't get boring for you guys. So no fishing jokes today. Sorry. We're going to talk about here soon at the St. Lawrence Invitational Showdown. Our special guest today is Colin Peters. He's going to be telling us a little bit about this tournament, and of course we're going to talk to him about a couple other things. Hey, welcome, Colin. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, James. How are you?
I'm great. Been fishing here lately?
Yeah, it's been frozen over here. I just got rid of all the ice. We've had 6 inches of ice everywhere. It's warming up. It's warming up, they tell me.
Oh, nice. Good. Awesome. What's the temperature up there right now?
It's very nice actually. It's 65 degrees for the
next
couple of days.
Yeah.
But then it's dropping down to 40 again. But
Yeah.
It's above freezing.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Okay. Once you we're going to get to your tournament. I know you run the St. Lawrence Invitational Showdown. But I want to also like to get some. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself a little bit?
Okay, well, unless you haven't already guessed, I'm English.
You are English. I hear it.
I am English. Yes. It's strange, with my accent. I know it sounds a bit Brooklynish, but it's definitely English. I'm retired now. I'm 65 years of age. I've been fishing for 60 years.
Wow.
So I've seen a little bit, done a little bit.
So you've been fishing since you was 5 years old.
Yes, when my dad used to take me out, he would wrap a rope around my waist and tie me to the nearest tree so I wouldn't fall in. I think it was basically so he could do his fishing on his own without having to worry about me. But yes, I've been fishing since I was a toddler, so
I remember when I was a kid, I'm getting off track here, my granny from Kentucky, she's I think she was watching me one time, and yes, I kept. And I was probably maybe about one years old, but she kept on. She didn't want to get some rest, and I guess I just kept on running around the house. So what she wanted to do, she wanted to keep me trapped down. So she ties me up with pantyhose against her bedpost, so I wouldn't go anywhere.
The mind boggles, mate. The mind boggles.
Yeah, exactly. So. Here's another question. When did your passion for carp fishing start?
Well, I used to do any sort of fishing, I'm quite happy. I used to do English style match fishing, competition fishing, for any species. But then it got a bit boring, So I thought I need to try something else. So I was probably in my 20s. And I would start doing it. But I was never one that was passionate that I've just got to fish for carp.
Right.
If I can't do carp fishing, I'll do a bit of everything. It's more so since I've been over here. I come over here in 2009, and I'd sold all my gear, my carp gear and everything, so I come over here with nothing. And I knew nothing about the carp fishing scene over here. And I was amazed. One of the guys I was working with said, let's go out fishing. And we started catching fish, big fish. And I'm going, this is good. So for start off with no tackle at all, I have now got a fishing room that is just full, as you can imagine, of all sorts of rods and reels and alarms, It's like, this is crazy. I started from nothing, and in sort of 12 years, I've just filled a room full of tackle.
Sounds like my place.
Yeah, it's an obsession. It definitely is an
obsession. When did you move to the United States?
It was 2009, and there was a female involved, and that's all I'm saying.
I understand. Wow, awesome. So, okay, then what do you think makes a good angler, carp angler?
A good carp angler?
Yes. Yeah.
You've got to be able to see what's going on around in the water where you are.
Yeah.
You also need a lot of patience.
Oh,
We all know carp angling is 99% sitting about waiting and 1% action.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, so you need to be really patient. And the biggest tip I can give to anybody is to keep it simple, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Keep it as simple as you can.
So how would you start it out? Like with corn, or I mean, do you chum, or at first when you get there to a spot?
Up here on the St. Lawrence, 99 times out of 100, you'll start with corn. Because they love the corn.
Right.
And then we will feed boil it into an area and work you through having a long session. But I tell people, you'll fish with corn. If I don't get no bites on the corn in 2 hours, I'm not going to throw any more corn in, you know?
That's true. That's true.
10 pound of corn that hasn't produced the bites, putting 20 pound of corn on top of it is not going to produce any more bites.
Nope.
You know?
You're just basically feeding them.
The fish will tell you when they're there, you know?
Okay.
Once the fish start there, then we can start feeding. And you can't take it out once you've put it in. That's another problem. You know? You
Right.
put 10 pound of boilers in. You can't pull them back out. So, it's one of them. But you just keep it simple. Rigs, everything, just keep to the simplest thing you can do.
Okay.
Because these carp are not, they're not college educated.
No, they're not.
You know?
You think the carp are pretty skittish?
They can be.
Yeah.
They're skittish on stuff that they don't see regular. You know, you can catch fish with boats and everything going about. If the boats are normally there,
Right.
they don't care. It's stuff that they don't normally see, you know?
Right. Okay.
If you're fishing a place that's really busy, banging about on the bank, putting your bivvy up and that, is not going to make a slight bit of difference. But if you're going to fish somewhere that's really, really quiet and you start banging about on the river bank, then they're going to disappear.
Oh, yeah.
It's stuff that they're not used to.
Now, another kind of question too is, what do you really prefer the most? Do you like to go to lakes, rivers, ponds, or channels?
I'm a river fisherman myself. I mean, I'll fish anywhere where there's fish, but I do prefer the rivers. I think that it's more of a challenge.
Yeah.
I haven't tried pie laking yet. Not yet.
Yeah, it's more like the southern areas a lot. It gets pretty heavy. My heart myself, I prefer wild carping than anything personally. But basically, a lot of people just calls it for pay lakes is hillbilly casinos.
It's legalized gambling, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of gambling in that, and so. All right, here's another question I got for you. I think you might have kind of went over this, but I'm going to ask this question here again. When you scout out for new swims, what are you looking for big carp?
I like to look for stuff like sunken branches. Normally the snaggier the places.
Yeah.
The more chance you've got to get big carp, because they tend to hang around, Open water's a bit, I look for breaks in the water where the current is and look for eddies and back streams like that. Basically it's experience, isn't it? I've been doing it for 60 years, so you do stuff and you just do it.
Right.
Without thinking. When you ask somebody, what are you doing? Well, I'm just looking for this. Well, how do you know that? It's just experience. You know what a good swim looks like.
Right.
But then again, you can only, visually, you can only see what's happening on top of the water.
Okay.
The only other way is to start plumbing. You've got to start plumbing. If you really want to go into a swim, you've got to start plumbing to find out what's on the bottom. You can say this is a great big, and then you start casting out, and it's like snag.
Oh yeah.
You're losing tackle, so you've got to plumb about a bit to find what's going on.
So, as an Englishman, you know what the word fizzies is, right?
What?
Fizzies. Fizzies. F-I-Z-Z-Z-Y. Fizzies.
Fizzies.
Yeah. Am I saying that right? I guess, well, maybe I'm just totally off. Somebody told me that, especially the European guys, they look for fizzies, like bubbles.
Bubbles, you mean?
Yeah, bubbles.
Yeah, you need the fizzing. Yeah, when that fizzy.
Is it fizzing or fizzies?
Fizzing.
Fizzing. I was like way off on that one.
Fizzing. Yeah, when you see the bubbles coming up, so you can see where the carp are feeding. Yeah, we look for bubbles all the while. Yeah, when it's fizzy. That's imagine. It's like when you take the top off a can of soda. It fizzes,
Yeah, the
bubbles.
fizzy.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's
wow.
fizzy. Yeah.
Fizzing.
Fizzy.
Fizzing. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what is the biggest common mirror? Have you ever caught a buffalo?
No.
See, I hear a lot of people up north have not caught a buffalo. They get
Yeah, we don't have buffaloes up here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people said. I was kind of wondering that about that because the last couple interviews we asked, it says, okay, do you have buffaloes? And they said we haven't caught one yet. So I just figured, okay, well, you guys just don't have it.
Yeah, no, we ain't got no buffalo up here.
Okay.
My biggest common is 3110.
Whoa, 3110.
Yeah, that was up here on the St. Lawrence.
Oh,
Since then, I've had a few 31.8s and 31.60s. I can't get past this 31.10. It's like,
Wow.
I don't know what's the matter with the 31.10. I need to get one bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll happen, I don't go out looking for big fish. If it comes along, it comes along.
Exactly.
It is what it is. I can't choose what takes my bait.
You're all about the fight. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's all I just enjoy catching. And my
Yeah.
gear is like £19 and change.
Nice. Nice.
That was on the Hudson, when I used to live down that end.
And that was your mirror?
Yeah, that was a mirror, £19 mirror from the Hudson.
Okay, that's him. Gotcha. Nice, nice. Now, here's a couple. What is your go? Do you use flavors or anything?
Yes, I do.
And what's your go-to flavor?
Pineapple butternut.
Pineapple, butternut. See, I'm a butternut fan too. I
Yeah,
love butternut.
I love pineapple butternut up here on the St. Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you guys. I know you got that tournament coming up. I'll send you some butternut stuff up your way. Pineapple.
That's great, man. Yeah, we appreciate it. Anything that you can send up will be good.
Okay, appreciate that. Okay, now, and when you do carp fishing, what kind of pickups do you prefer?
We try all sorts, I'll try floating corn, I'll fish the puff, regular, I'll fish pop-ups, big pop-ups, little pop-ups. Depending what I'll just keep experimenting until I find something that,
Boilies?
Boilies, yeah, I'll fish,
Yeah.
boilies, but it's, like everywhere, it takes time to get them on the boilies.
That's what I kind of think. I feel like for some odd reason I could do it on corn or anything else, but when it comes to a boilie, I don't know. I'm just me personally. I just don't have too much luck with boilies. I mean, I would like to.
Yeah, it's not. Boilie's not an instant bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can be lucky and chuck it out and get an instant pickup, but 9 times out of 10, you've got to feed the boilie and get them into it.
Right.
Whereas corn is virtually instant.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I think. I'm a big corn fan, or tiger nuts. Tiger nuts. I like.
And tiger nuts. I've just got my hands on some of them extremely giant tiger nuts that I'm going to try this year, which
Really?
are huge. Yeah,
I have not seen those yet.
I got them you can get them from Big Carp Tackle.
Okay.
They've got them in stock, yeah. They're extra large. They're huge.
Wow.
I've got some that are bigger than some of my boilies.
Really?
Yeah, they're salty. It's like, they're huge. It's crazy. But
I wonder if that's a real. I wonder if it's a real chufa tiger nut.
Chufa. Yeah, I don't know, but they're all specially selected in his bag, and obviously sorted them out from somewhere. But
Right.
They're huge. They are huge.
Huh. Because I know World Classic Bait, they got this jumbo corns, and I'm like, man, these jumbo corns are huge, you know. And then, but I found out later on, like a couple of years later, it's actually a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, I mean, this is, yeah, that's what they said. They said some kind of nut, and okay, so, but this thing is probably like 10 times its size of a corn, and so I don't know, but it is, but.
Well, I think Carp, if they're in the mood, Carp will take anything.
Oh yeah.
There's no right bait and no wrong bait.
You know, I agree with you. I agree with
If
you.
the Carp are in the mood, they will take, they will take it.
Yeah. You know, they're not picky, so, you know.
They're not picky. Most of these, especially up on the St. Lawrence Affair, they've never seen a hook before. They're not hook shy. They've never seen a hook, they've never had a hook in the mouth, so they tend to just, we very rarely get drop back bites, where they're very finicky, because they just come up and suck it and they'll be running,
Right.
Out of 100 runs, if I get one that's a drop back, that's about it, because they just pick it up and they run with it. That's how they are,
Okay. There's another one. Who do you look up to as a mentor for advice on carp fishing?
Well, round here, there's a guy called Sean Rafter, who is, he's the man. He's done everything on the St. Lawrence for years and years.
Okay.
And he also helps me with my tournaments. He helps me to sort the pegs out,
Okay. Who's this guy again?
Sean Rafter.
Oh, Sean Laughter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been about. He fishes at competitions down Bowles and all that. But round here, he's the main man. If you want to know anything about,
Oh, nice.
about the St. Lawrence, you talk to Sean Rafter. He's good.
That's good.
And
Nice.
he's my partner for Baldwinsville this year. So.
Yeah. Send me a picture and I'll post it on there on the screen. There, you know.
I will. I'll send you a picture of Sean. Yeah.
So there's another question. What is the name or nickname people call you?
You mean the Ogdensburg Carp Wizard?
Yeah. Well,
Yes, the Ogdensburg Carp Wizard. That's me.
I'm the Carp Wizard.
For some reason, I don't know why, they tend to think that I look a bit like Gandalf from Lord.
Gandalf on the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. So they started to so I'll just play along with it, why not?
Why not,
So people call me up now, Oh, wizard, what's doing this wizard? What's doing that? How can I do this? So I'll just play along with it. The one day they were saying, oh, come on, wizard, what are you doing? And we was fishing. I said, well, what you have to do is you have to put a straw on the water and crumble the boilie into the water. And I was crumbling it. The line shot off. I said, see, it's easy. You just have to talk to the fish and put a string on them and you just get them. So I'm the carp wizard. So
the Carp Wizard.
It's a bit of fun, but I'm always here for people I was safe. You want any advice, just phone me up.
Well, there you go. So if you guys got any questions, get a hold of Colin, the Carp Wizard.
Just phone the carp wizard, yeah.
All right, so I guess we're to the point now. Let's talk about your tournaments.
My tournaments?
Yes. Tell us a little bit about the St. Lawrence Invitational Showdown and how long have you been doing it?
Well, we did the first one last year.
Okay.
It come about by everything was being cancelled and all that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Friendship Baldwinsville was cancelled, and people say, what can we do? I said, if you really want one, I'll try and put one together. So it took us 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, we've gone from nothing to putting on a 30-peg carp mouth, 4-day marathon job.
Nice.
From nothing. It was like, we hadn't got a clue what to do. I was going, pick this and pick that, and we just sort of bumbled our way through it, but it went down really well.
Right.
So, and people said, I'll go do it again next year. I said, okay. Well, it's easier this year because I haven't had to spend 6 weeks doing it. I've had months and months and months to plan it. So going from having I struggled to get 30 pegs.
Okay.
This year I've got 70 pegs to pick from.
Oh, there you go.
It's a terrible position to be in where you've got 70 pegs, but you only need 30.
Yeah.
Actually, which one should we leave out? Because up here there's no just good pegs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them are capable of catching fish. So there's no bad pegs, you know.
Yeah.
And that's some places you go and you go, oh, I don't want to draw that. That's a terrible peg. Well, the way I work it, if I wouldn't fish a peg,
Yeah.
then I don't expect anybody else to fish it. If I don't like the peg, you know,
Right.
then I won't put it in because I don't expect people to pay $1,000 to sit somewhere where there's no fish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another question.
You know, so we're doing okay. This year we've got 28 teams so far.
Okay.
You know, we
now,
can have as many more as you like because, like I said, I've got 70 pegs to play with.
The deadline's not over yet, is it?
No, I mean I extended it to the 26th.
Okay.
We can do it to the 26th of April, which is the deadline for people who are going to pay the balance of the money.
And how much it costs to get in this tournament?
It's $900.
Nice. Wow.
And it's for teams of up to 4 anglers.
4 anglers.
Yeah, 4 anglers. We're paying out $9,000 first prize. We're paying 5 prizes. 9, 7, 5, 2, 1, and some big fish prizes.
Wow. Man, I tell you, that's another good tournament right there.
Yes, you know, it's worth coming up and
definitely. I'm pretty much booked. I want to film this tournament too. It probably won't happen this year, but I think I definitely want to try to get into it next year and film you guys and how things work over there and do the behind the scenes and. But yeah, I definitely want to check you out. Me and a couple, but I've been talking to my teammates about trying to go up there anyhow and just fishing up there besides the tournament.
Anytime you like, you can come up and on.
Yeah.
Always around here.
Yeah, so I definitely like to check that one out.
While we're on my tournament.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
I need to give a shout out.
Shout out, let's go for it.
Yeah, to Giovanna Foster. She is basically like my right-hand man. She looks after both websites for my 2 tournaments.
Okay.
She's the Grand Marshal. She's the scorekeeper.
Nice.
And I can call her up at any time and say, I need to put this on the, I need to put this on the website. And she does it. She's absolutely brilliant. She's, I couldn't do it without Giovanna and without Sean Rasta. There wouldn't be any tournaments.
Oh, nice. Well, give me a picture of her and I'll post it up.
I'll send a picture of both of them. You can put that up. That's it,
Yeah.
So without them, there wouldn't be tournaments because I couldn't do it all on my own,
Well, great job. Awesome. Awesome.
So, that's good. And don't forget that, come July, we have got the 6-day marathon.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes, there's a 130 hours.
Wow. A 6-day tournament.
A 6-day tournament, $2,000 per team,
$2,000. See, this is a whole new situation right there. I mean, we're going to have to get another interview on this one. So,
$2,000, $15,000 first prize, and we're paying 9 places.
Wow.
So you can come in 9th and still get $1,000 back.
I definitely want to do another interview on that tournament right there.
When it's closer, we can all come back on again and talk about it.
Yeah, that's a good one there. Man, love the big money. I love hearing about the big money.
Yes, it's not to be said. I'm not fishing these two. I'm going to be a really good boy, and I'm going to get down and do what I'm supposed to do and talk to people. I think it's fishing it.
Yeah.
Because I want to do some live videos as well. Some live Facebook videos.
Oh, there you go.
Just a bit more interest for the people, because a lot of people follow these tournaments.
I used to run tournaments all the time, a lot. There was a tournament called Westlake, from Westlake tournaments. And I helped back in the day. I did, the White River Invitational tournaments. But I always enjoy watching people catch the carp better than I was in fishing. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm right there firsthand watching people bring in the fish, weighing the fish up, seeing the excitement on it. Then there, you know, or this people, some of the people that stressed out watching the tournament because oh no, I gotta get another fish, I gotta get another fish, I gotta stay ahead of this person. You know, it's and you see, you're right there, right then in your face. You're actually seeing what's going on. You know, and you know you got step by step. With the carp anglers and all that stuff, and finding out, okay, I think he's ahead, but let's go over the scores and find out a little bit more, you know. And that always comes down. Sometimes it gets more exciting when you get down to the ounces of the fish. You know? So it's like, oh my gosh, I remember, wow, yeah, but
Yeah, because the one in Maui, the Invitational, that's only a big 4.
yeah.
But it's over 20 pounds.
Uh,
Well, last year it was the team that won had 114 pounds for 4 fish.
114 pounds.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a good average for 4 fish.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
4 fish.
yeah.
Wow.
And it was down, you know, it was down to they won by, you know, like 10 pounds, but the rest of it was all ounces between, you know, the next team and the next team. It was all down to ounces, which is good. I like it, you know.
Oh, most definitely, definitely. That's awesome. All right. How do we go? Where do we do here? Okay. Now, how many weigh marshals do you have in your tournament?
We've got, for the 4-day, we've got 3, I'll break it down into like 3 sections of 10, and I've got 10 people to look after each.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah, they're the full-time ones, but they've got people that come down and, you know, volunteer, you know.
Well, that's
to give
awesome.
them a break, but yeah, we've got, and also we did this year, we're going to do overnight weighing as well, you know. Not for the benefit of the anglers, but for the benefit of the fish, because I don't see why a fish should be in a sack for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Just because we can't be bothered to weigh it, you know.
I totally agree.
So I should do the overnight, you know, they can phone me and I'll go and weigh these fish, you know. I know a 20 pound, 25 pound fish sitting in a sack all night long.
Yeah. So you're there late at night and all that stuff, you know, weighing the fish, you know, or your weight masters, and you know they're weighing the fish at night, at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing's, you know, no fish being stressed out. They're just basically,
That's right.
you know.
And at the end of the day, the most important thing in these tournaments is the fish. I don't care, you know, how uncomfortable the anglers are or all that.
Right.
You know?
That's awesome.
The fish comes first, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And anybody caught doing anything that would be, you know, against the fish would be disqualified straight away. They would never get invited back again. You know, we're really strict on that. It's like you look after your fish.
there you go. That's the way to do it. Carp care, very, very important.
Carp care all the while, you know. But you know, because without the fish, we haven't got a sport.
Yeah.
You know, if we ain't got no carp, then we've got nothing to fish for.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's man. We always, me and my team, we always stress about them so much. Is get your carp care going on, get your landing mats, get your carp cradles,
Yeah.
take care of that fish. You know, so yeah, we try to practice about that and just let people know about that as much as possible. So, all right. What's the next question?
Make it an easy one.
Yeah, I think this might be pretty easy here. Who was your last year's winner?
Last year's winner was the Hitchcock boys from Baldwinsville.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Steve Hitchcock and his dad, and I think it might be his brother or cousin, but yeah, the Hitchcocks, from an unfancied peg, you know. I mean, it's a good peg, but it wasn't one of the pegs I would have picked to win, you know.
Yeah.
It just produced. They produced. But yeah, I was happy.
So again, this is the tournament. Last year was your first tournament,
Yes.
and this one here is, so this is going to be your second annual.
Yeah.
Nice, I like that. I'm excited about this. I think I want to see this tournament keep on going on for a long, long time.
Oh yeah. So we're trying to expand it, adding extra pegs and making it,
Yeah.
different. So and we're doing the draw the same as Baldwinsville this year. You know, you draw one peg. If you want it, fish it. If you don't, draw another one. But if you pull it, the next one you pull out, that's the one you fish it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't believe that, the guy who goes into the bag last should have all the rubbish that everybody else has left behind.
Right, exactly.
Because if you're paying $1,000 to enter the competition, your $1,000 is just as good as the next guy's, and you should have as much choice as they do.
That's right. So agree. Man.
It's why the pegs everybody else just I don't want that and throw it back. So the time you come to be the 30s, if the 30 people have picked all the pegs out, the chances of you having a good peg lift are limited.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, do you have to be a CAG member to get into this tournament?
You do.
Okay.
Because we use the CAG insurance.
There you go. Okay.
So you have to be a CAG member.
Okay. Which that's a great thing. That's great.
Yeah, it's 25 bucks, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say to them, well, if we didn't have the CAG insurance, you would have to pay an extra $25 for us to get insurance anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well join CAG and get something out of it.
Exactly, and they got a great program going on too all the time.
Oh, CAG is really good.
Yeah, they're good people. They look out for your carp. They try to teach things about carp fishing. How long is that? They've been around since the '80s, if I'm not. I think.
That'd be good a long while.
Yeah, I have to look into that. I feel like they've been around since the '80s. I could be wrong, but yeah. But yeah, they definitely got a great program. Their website is awesome. And you got a lot of good secrets in there.
If you look back at all on the forum there, you delve back, some of the things that you can learn that people,
exactly.
people have forgotten about, they're on there. There's a lot of good advice on there.
Yeah, lots of good advice.
It's not all about just going onto Google or going on and say, can you tell me the shortcut to catching a big fish?
Yeah.
That's one of my pet peeves, is people that don't want to put the work in.
Yeah, exactly. You got to put the work in.
How am I going to get...
I'm not going to baby you. Come on, man.
Yeah, you need to get on the riverbank and fish and learn your trade.
Yeah. I totally agree.
People spend years doing it, and the best way of learning is to do it.
Yep.
You can look at as many videos as you like, but it's not the same as being on there and getting the experience.
You got to have the hands-on training. That's what you need.
That's the only way to learn.
Yeah.
And learn by your mistakes. So you lose a couple of fish, but you learn by it. I'm 65 and I go out and I still learn. Every time I go out fishing, I learn something.
Wow.
If I have a day when if I blank, as long as I've learned something that day, then it's not a waste of time.
Yeah, there you go. I totally agree with you. You can watch as much videos you want, but you got to have that hands-on training.
Yeah, you got to have that hands-on, mate.
And
if you can't find somebody, I understand you've got to ask, but if you can find somebody local who will take you out and fish, it's a much better way of learning.
Yeah.
Is to actually, learn how to tie your hooks, learn how to put rigs in, learn how to mix your bait.
Yeah, I remember the first time I learned that, matter of fact, it was Jim Dowling, the owner of Westside Bait and Tackle. He's the one taught me how to make my first hair rig, and ever since that, I started making my own hair rigs and all that stuff.
It's not rocket science.
No.
Most of it is pretty simple.
Yep. Yep.
You don't need fancy rigs. You don't need the Rolling rig. You don't need the German rig. In America, most places you can get away with 2 rigs. You fish a bottom bait with just an air rig, or you have a pop-up.
Yep.
There ain't much difficult about that.
And I feel like that's a lot of time. That's a lot of carp anglers have all the time. They overthink things.
Don't you overthink things? Just be basic.
Yeah, basic. Just keep it simple. Don't, and especially when they're watching a lot of these anglers over here on this side of the lake. Oh, they're catching all these fish, and then all these anglers over there. Oh, they're catching more fish over there. It's sometimes to me. Sometimes it's not what they're using. It could be the spot. It could be the fish is just in that one little spot. You know what I mean?
They could be there in front. If you have a dad and there's fish just in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, of course, you got to try to sometimes bait your certain areas to get some fish over there, or you know, you just have to find another spot that don't if that don't work. I mean,
Yes,
I'm,
you know,
I'm,
you're going to try until you find something that works. Some days it doesn't matter what you try because the fish aren't there.
Yeah.
You know, you can be the best angler in the world, but if there's no fish in front of you, you ain't going to catch them. You know, it's not one of them.
yeah. Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, the fish have to be in front of you. You know, that's location. If there's no fishing somewhere where there's no fish.
That's like with a lot of my teammates, you know, including sometimes when they go to a tournament, they like to go maybe a couple days or a day before the day of the tournament just to scope out all the pegs out through the lake. And they'll have their own little notebook pads and all that kind of stuff, and they'll start like, okay, you know, I like this peg 17, you know, and you know, I'd rather have that one first if I get a chance to get it, or you know, peg 26, you know, it's just you got varieties of stuff, you know, and so, but what else you got here?
I'll tell you what else is one of those things. White people will spend $3,000 on, you know, carp, you know, alarms and things like that, and then they try and save 50 cents on the hooks. You know, they'll buy the cheapest hooks they can find.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? That's the only point of contact you have with the fish is the hook that's in its mouth.
Right.
Why would you skimp on that? You'll pay $3,000 for all your other gear, and you want to spend 50 cents on some hooks. You know, it's like, no, you've got this all the wrong way around.
You see, you're bringing up a whole different subject with me. It's like all these carp anglers now, pale anglers, love them to death. Now you do have some good pale anglers, and you have some bad pale anglers. Just like the whole thing, bad cop, good cop. You know, if there's a bad cop out there, it's news media. Then they make it sound like all cops are bad. But no, that's not the case. You know, there is a lot of good cops, but that's like with the pale lakes. There's a lot of good pale anglers out there. You know, and the thing that gets me, you guys spend a lot of money in these tournaments, but you don't have the proper carp care. You know, like your landing mats. You know, why can't you just like spend a couple, like $10 or $15 for getting a good landing mat? You know, or you know, so you protect the carp. But you have to spend more money on certain other things. But the most important thing is the fish. You know, so
buy a $500 reel.
Yeah.
But if you were going to spend $10 on a landing mat,
so
it's all wrong. The priorities are wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Priorities. Keep your priorities straight. But man, yeah, I totally agree with you. Here's another question. Okay, now I think you did mention this earlier today. Like, go over the prices again and how much it costs to get into that tournament.
Yeah, so it's $900 per team.
Okay.
And you can have up to 4 anglers. We've got 6 rods, 4 anglers.
How many rods is that angler allowed to use?
You can have a total of 6 rods at any one time in the water.
Okay. Per team.
Per team. Yeah, 6 rods per team.
Okay.
How you sort out who's fishing at any one time, that's up to you. There's no restrictions on that.
Okay.
If you're sensible, you'll have 2 fishing and 2 resting. You know.
Right. So 6 rods per team. And now is all 4 anglers could touch the rod, or is it just one angler that's a runner?
No, you can have. It's up to you how you want to do it. You can have up to 4 anglers.
Okay.
But some guys turn up and they have the wives with them as runners up.
Right.
So you can have 2 anglers and 2 runners, but you can only have a maximum of 4 people fishing.
Okay. And how big is your pegs apart?
Oh, it's huge. We got so far apart. I've got 30 pegs and I've got 35 miles of river.
doggy, man.
Yeah, so you can be at places where you don't see, you can't even see the next angler. I mean, we try to put them in pairs if we can.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
Not that anybody would cheat, but it just stops the chance of, sort of somebody fishing with 10 rods overnight because there's nobody looking at me. You know, I can have 10 rods in, you know?
Man, I tell you, you just got me excited. My hair got me goosebumps thinking about your tournament right now.
It's just, there's so much room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge river. It's a bit scary for some people at first, obviously. It's 2 miles wide.
So what do you think about this Olympics that's coming up there to New York, hopefully soon?
What, the World Carp Championships?
Yeah. I'm excited about it to happen.
I think it's good, but I'd rather not get involved in that because it's a bit political at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit political.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with this world team thing, and you know.
I kind of feel like just with this, if that does happen in the United States, I think it's going to probably change a lot of people's minds about carp fishing, you know, not being just such like a thing called a trash fish anymore.
Yes, that's the problem we're up against, but that's something that's ingrained into, you know, it's been going on a long while.
Forever.
Forever. It's very difficult to change just like that. It took years to get to this situation.
It has.
And you're not going to stop it overnight. You know,
No.
People will always, at the moment, they will think of them as trash fish. We've got to educate the youngsters.
Exactly.
We've got to educate the youngsters so they come up wanting to catch fish.
Yeah, and I tell you, fishing for carp, there's nothing like it. I used to fish for bass. I used to fish for catfish, but when it came down to carp, there's just nothing like it.
There's nothing like it when you get that run and you lift into that rod and you've got a 20-pound carp running the other way. There's nothing like that, mate. There's nothing like, you know.
So
small fishing, you know, it doesn't compare, does it?
What is your what's your besides a carp? What is the next fish you would like to go to? Fish for?
I mean, I like fishing. Oh, fish for catfish as well. I like fishing, you know. Catfish put up a good fight, you know.
Salmon, king salmon.
Salmon. I mean, salmon would be good.
Oh,
salmon would be nice. Yeah.
You ever caught one?
I've never caught a salmon.
Oh my gosh. Especially up in your area. I figured they'll be all over in your area, but
it's salmon fishing in England is very expensive.
Oh, is it?
Yes, because it's all these, you know, all the good salmon rivers.
Yeah.
Are privately owned, and it costs you thousands and thousands of dollars to go and fish, and you might not catch a fish. You know, it can cost you, say, $1,000 for a day, and there's no guarantee you're going to come out with a salmon. You have to go to the fish market and buy one.
So
it's cheaper.
Now, Z, you just brought a question up to me. Now, England, isn't England more like a pay lakes in a way? You have to pay to get into certain lakes all the time up there.
Most of the, you know, lakes, you pay day ticket. I mean, there's a lot of more day ticket waters now than there used to be. Yeah. The carp fishing used to, when I was over there, it was all syndicate owned. You know, you've got to be in the club, and you know, it costs you thousands of dollars. But you can only fish like the third Wednesday in every month. You know, because that was your time, and you know. And they'd only have a certain amount of people on the lake at the same time. There'd only be 3 people fishing the lake, you know. And some of these lakes, there's only like 12 fish in it anyway. There's only 12 fish. and they're all names, you know. There's one eye and there's, you know. They've all got names. There's only 12 fish in there, so it's crazy.
So who's your favorite carp angler in England?
I like Terry Hearns.
Terry Hearns?
Ian Chilcott, because Ian is a good, you know, he's like me, he's very basic and down to earth, and the simpler it is, the better it is. And he's caught fish in even these places where there's only 12 fish, you know, and he's caught the biggest 3 fish in there, and he does simple stuff. He does, you know, if you watch these videos, right spot. It doesn't matter what the bait is,
Exactly.
but it needs to be in the right spot.
It's got to be in the right spot. Find that little hole. Yeah, that's probably, you're right, probably nailed around. It's not the bait you use or half time. I think the bait might be, if it was like 1 out of 10, it could be 2% bait. And then the rest of the stuff, you just got to find the right hole where it puts
That's right.
right in front of it.
You've got to find where they are, put the bait in the right position. You're better off spending, 10 minutes with the bait in the right position as against 4 days when it's not anywhere near the fish. So it makes no sense. You've got to be in the right place at the right time.
Okay. All right, here we go. What is the biggest fish, or common carp, that you've seen come out of your tournament?
What's the biggest one we've seen come out?
Yeah, the tournament.
Out of the tournament, it was like 31.
31?
31 something, yeah. The two lads who won, the three lads who won last year, I think they had 2 or 3 over 30 pound.
Oh, okay, that's like, we don't have one tournament, so why am I saying the biggest? I guess, I'm thinking about, you've been running this tournament for 5 or 6 years, but, no, I can see that. But I'm sure those numbers are going to break more as years go by.
Especially this one, because it was like September last year, but this one we're fishing in May, which is like pre-spawn.
Yeah.
Well, if you're getting some, because we put a lot of different backwaters in where the fish go for spawning,
Right.
You get some of them big girls that are ready to spawn.
Nice.
You're going to get some big fish.
Oh yeah.
I have put $1,000 up for any fish over, 40 pound. Any fish, the biggest fish over 40 pound, we'll give them $1,000.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, just something different, just
heck
another
yeah.
little incentive. But because the fish are in there, there's some huge fish on this St. Lawrence.
And what's the biggest fish that you've seen come out of there?
Not personally seen it, but I know the lads caught over 40,
Oh wow, good fish.
Yeah, over 40 pound they've come out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's got to be some 50s in there, it's such a big river.
Okay. Here's another question. It could be our last question, unless you want to add more stuff into our conversation. But do you take sponsors for your tournament?
Pardon?
Sponsors?
Yes, our sponsors, yeah. And we're grateful for it, like I spoke to you the other day, to get you to put your stuff in. Anybody that wants to donate anything for the raffles, it's much appreciated. Anybody that donates will get put on both the websites.
Okay, nice.
But there's no limit on what you can send anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. So how many sponsors did you have last year?
I think we had about 12.
Okay, that's still a good chunk.
Yeah, our biggest sponsor is Joey at Creekside and One Bats.
Matter of fact, we got an interview with him here in about a couple of weeks. We're going to talk about him.
Yeah, he's our biggest sponsor. And
One on Baits.
Just as a little plug, I fish for One on Baits.
Yeah. I forgot, you do.
I fish for One on Baits, so just got to put that little plug in there.
There you go. Shout out to One on Baits.
Check out for One on Baits,
Yep, they got some good flavors. I love it.
Yeah, they have. It's mind-boggling. I just stick to 2 or 3 flavours. When I look at the list, I'm going, I don't even know what these things are called. Horse's head. What sort of flavour is horse's head?
Oh man, that's a whole different other ball game because it's like I'll be amazed sometimes when I go to certain bait shop, carp bait shops that's got a lot of different flavors. I'm like, where in the world do they get these names from?
Yeah, what's it about,
like
what flavour is this?
Godzilla or
Godzilla.
green.
Pink juice. What's pink juice? I don't know what it is.
I think there is one company, Johnny Juice from John Wills. He named a flavor after Team Fish Fighters. It's called Fish Fighters. He's got one, but it's got the tiger nut flavor into it. So, but I haven't seen that one in a while. But I got that. I do have that one on as a trophy, sitting on my shelf. But I mean, there's a lot of good flavors out there. A lot of good flavors.
Well, there is. That's mind-boggling.
Of all the names, yeah.
I know when it comes down to bites and flavours like that, pie makers are way ahead of us up here.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Because they've been doing it for so long, the flavouring and all that.
Yeah.
You know, pack bites and puff bites, and you know, they're way ahead of us down in pie makers.
Oh, yeah. That's I think I like to say the of course the old school is getting your flavors was from the grocery store. Going to the bakery aisle, getting McCormick's flavoring. But then I believe at R&W, I feel like they started out as probably maybe, and I could be wrong. They started out as setting the foundation for carp flavors. I feel like.
Yeah, they seem to have been around a long while.
Yeah. So, but yeah, one on base. Yeah, they got some great flavors. I love their products.
Yeah, I mean, I only enjoyed a few of them, but
Yeah. But
they're well worth a shout.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So, well, I mean, do you have anything else that you want to add to? We're coming pretty close to the end of our conversation. Is there anything you want to add to your tournament, or just about you?
Well, if people want to get in, they've got till the 26th of April to get a team in.
You said April 26th?
April 26th. That's when the deadline is for the people that are already in.
Okay.
To pay their balance. So I can keep it open until April the 26th. If people want to get in contact with me, and it's easy to pay me. PayPal.
PayPal. How many teams you got in there so far?
We've got 28 in the
Nice.
Invitational, and I've got 31 in the marathon.
That's going to be a good chunk of change if we get over 70.
A good chunk of change. The bank manager thinks I'm selling drugs or something. Yeah. Money deposited into my account. It's really good. It's everything was mine.
Man, what's the deal?
This money was mine.
What's the deal with this wizard guy? I mean.
What's this wizard dealing in, What's he selling? Because he's making a lot of money.
Did you have anything else to say that you want to add to the show?
No, I'm good. It's been a good interview. Enjoyed myself talking to you, and I'll come back and talk to you about the marathon when we get closer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course, I'm going to talk to my Team Fish Fires. We're going to donate some stuff to your tournament, and of course bottom feeder baits. I'm going to donate some stuff to your tournament.
That's brilliant, man. Everything is that we can put for the raffle, and the more we make on the raffle, the more the marshals get paid.
Nice.
So they like it. And we also because it was during COVID, last year it was COVID, so we was able to work around that as well.
Yeah.
So I got my, I said, well, we can't really do a proper raffle of this, so I just told the marshals, what are you going around? You've got a captive audience. Yeah. Sell them raffle tickets.
There you go.
Just sell them raffle tickets while you're weighing the fishing. They're going to buy raffle tickets. They want you to weigh their fishing, mate.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
They did it, and it was just easy. So when we come to the presentation, it was just a matter of doing the draw. Because I can't be doing with waiting while we kept tickets and do this and sell more, I just like it to be in, out, and done. A lot of people
a lot of anglers don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do, but there's a lot of preparation you have to do in a tournament to make sure it runs right.
If it was just a matter of I'm going to talk to one person, it'd be great, but I don't have to talk to all the different town councils so I can get permission. Yeah. The Power Authority are all the river frontage. For 35 miles, so I have to talk to them. Then there's individual people that we have to talk to because we use their backyards to fish from it, It's like it's never ending. Then I have to talk to the Port Authority because, and then you've got to tip the insurance because they don't want to see that. It's like, people think it just happens, and it doesn't just happen, does it?
So much preparation, so much.
There's a lot of work into it.
So
just so people can have some fun.
Yep. So definitely a shout out to you for running a good show. Who's your helper? You said again?
We've got Sean Rafter and Giovanna Foster.
Giovanna's Foster. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Without them we wouldn't have a tournament because one deals with all the peaks with me, and the other one looks after all the admin side and everything. She's spot on.
Nice. Yeah, definitely send me photos of that, and so I can put that up on the screen.
Yeah,
So,
I'll send some pictures too.
okay. Well, Colin, I appreciate you coming to our show. Thank you for taking a good hour of your time with us.
That's okay.
Again, good luck on this tournament. I definitely want to keep everybody updated on the winners that's coming, and I'm on each week that's going by. I'm gonna keep on talking about your tournament. So
that's good. And tell Thomas that he's in trouble because
no.
I'm going to beat him down at Baldwinsville.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope we take next to him.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right, I'll tell him. Be sure.
Yeah, tell him I hope we take next to him.
All right. Well, thanks, Colin, for coming to our show.
Okay, thanks, sir.
All right. Bye.
See you, mate.
See you.
Bye.
All right, our next guest next week is going to be Jake Dowling. He works at the Big Carp and Tackle. He don't run no tournaments or anything, but he does talk about, we're going to talk to him just as a carp angler himself and all the stuff that he does as an angler. He lived down in Texas and he moved to Oklahoma just to work at Big Carp and Tackle with that. So again, we're coming to the end of our show. Please support your local bait shops. If they don't have carp gear, tell them to get the carp gear and keep bugging them. So man, I'd like to have some carp gear. Or hook them up, give a shout out to try to find somebody to get some carp gear into that local bait shop. The only reason why I say that, you guys want our sport to grow, you got to get the bait shops going with carp gear stuff. And always, please, carp care. That's the number one priority with our fish, is treat your fish right. I mean, capture that beautiful trophy-sized fish. I mean, you want to have that landing mat or carp cradle. So, Big Carp and Tackle, they carry it, or your local bait shop if that sells carp gear. Hopefully, they got landing mats in there too. And for your online, I've been talking about for a little bit right here, especially just past 5 minutes. So, if their local bait shops don't have it, any carp fishing gear, go to the Big Carp and Tackle for your online carp fishing. Again, David Moore and his gang does a great job. Get you what you need for your carp, your carp needs. And always, this is a good program too. Join CAG, Carp Anglers Group. That's a great little website. You just got done talking to Colin a little bit about it. He's, as a matter of fact, Carp Anglers Group is supported Colin's tournament event. So again, this is James Sanders. Tommy Pearson will be here with us next week. Thanks for watching our show. Thanks again, Colin, for coming to our show. Hi, Lions. Good luck. Later.